Hello students, how are you? Students, myself Mahesh Rimal, and today we'll learn something about life processes. We study your 10th standard biology chapter number 6, that is life processes. Students, we see 4 pictures here. 2 of them are related with plant life processes and 2 are the human being life processes. Students, the picture show transportation in plants, and this is photosynthesis in plant, means the food preparation method, and these 2 pictures are related with human beings, the transportation of blood, the blood circulatory system, and one of the picture is respiratory system. Okay students, so first we'll discuss what is life processes. Basically, in simple words, if I would like to tell you, then the activities done by any living organism to sustain its life, then the processes are known as life processes. जीवन को बचाने के लिए, जीवन को चलाने के लिए, जीवन को रन करने के लिए जो एक्टिविटीज, जो क्रियाविधियां, जो गतिविधियां की जाती हैं, वे कहलाती हैं लाइफ प्रोसेस या जैव प्रक्रम. सो बिफोर टॉकिंग अबाउट लाइफ प्रोसेसेस, we first talk about living and non-living things, because students, the activities which can be done for the sustaining of life is only done by the living organisms. ये जितनी भी गतिविधियां हैं, ये केवल जीवित प्राणी कर सकते हैं, निर्जीव प्राणी नहीं कर सकते. So we'll just talk about living and non-living things. Are you ready? Okay. Students, here we see the birds fly and frog jumps. So the animals move from one place to place and show body movements. The main point is that body movement is there. Movement, the body movements, like birds fly and a frog jumps. Now students, plants do not move from one place to place. They can't move, but they show some movement. Okay, we'll take one of the example, that is the Mimosa pudica. We known as this plant as touch me not plant. When we touch the leaves of this plant, it show leaves movement. So plants also show movements. So movement is the most important characteristics of living organism. Students, if we apply force to the non-living things, then they move. Otherwise, the non-living things can't move. Okay, so the main difference between living and non-living things, the movement. Okay, let's continue. Now students, here is the chart, and in this chart there are some parameters that show the difference between living and non-living things. Okay, the parameters are movement, that we have discussed in the previous slide, then response to stimulus, growth and reproduction, the nutrition, which we'll study later on, and lifespan and phases. Basically, I would like to talk about lifespan and phases. If a living organism is there, then it shows lifespan and phases, like birth, then growth, development, maturity, and death. But these all parameters are not shown by non-living things. So basically, these are the criteria by which we can make difference between living and non-living things. Okay, let's continue. Now students, in first slide I discuss about life processes, and I simply define that the activities done by living organism to sustain its life, that are known as life processes. Now here are some of the examples that show the life processes of a living organism, like nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, growth, reproduction, and control and coordination. Students, these all are the life processes. But simply I would like to add one thing here, that these all activities shown by a single celled animal like amoeba, as well as a well developed animal like human being. Okay, so let's continue. Now today we'll take the first life process activity, that is nutrition. Now what is nutrition? So the process of intaking the food, भोजन को ग्रहण करना, प्राप्त करना, and secondly utilization of food. When an animal intake food, then it utilize and energy is formed, and this energy is used to perform the metabolic activities of the body. Now students, the another word is nutrient is here. So you got little bit confused between nutrition and nutrient. So students, don't get confused. We can simplify both the term. The nutrition is the process, but nutrients are the components of food which is present in the food, and the nutrients which are the main part of the food present in three forms. Okay, like the food part which provide energy, one. Another is food which provide nutrients, contents for bodybuilding, and some of the food contents or components provide maintenance and regulation of the body. So nutrition is the process of intaking food and utilize food, but nutrients are the essential components which is present in our daily food. Okay, we'll explain it with the help of a chart. Now this is a chart which show different food components. These food components shows that there are three main components in food as nutrient. Number one, bodybuilding food. Okay, and it mainly consists of protein. Now students, another is energy giving food that contains carbohydrate and fats. Now the another part is the protective food. Okay, so the protective food contains vitamins and minerals as shown in the pictures. So these are the major food components. As we are saying, these are the nutrients of food. Okay, students, now we'll discuss something more about nutrition. We have seen that nutrition is the process of intaking food and utilizing it. बट हाउ मेनी वेज, ऐसे कौन कौन से तरीके हैं जिनसे हम भोजन को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं? देयर आर सो मेनी वेज, सो विल डिस्कस सम ऑफ देम. नाउ न्यूट्रिशन, if we broadly classify, then there are two type of nutrition. Number one, autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic, auto means self. Now heterotrophic. So students, what happens in autotrophic nutrition? Basically in autotrophic nutrition, the organism prepare its own food using solar energy and some inorganic raw material like carbon dioxide and water. So they prepare their own food and known as autotrophs. Basically in autotrophs we include green plants. Now students, again we divided autotrophic nutrition in two parts. Number one is photosynthetic and another is chemosynthetic. So simply, as you know, photo means light. The food preparation method, it depend on light, solar energy, sunlight. So photosynthetic, photo means प्रकाश, synthetic means बनाना. तो भोजन का निर्माण प्रकाश की उपस्थिति में किया जाए तो photosynthetic, okay. And the chemosynthetic, when the food preparation method is to be done in the presence of chemical. रसायनों की उपस्थिति में यदि भोजन बनाया जाए, ये भी सेल्फ प्रिपेयर्ड है, ऑटोट्रॉप्स ही हैं ये, लेकिन ये कीमोसिंथेटिक है, बिकॉज दे आर प्रिपेयरिंग देयर फूड विद द हेल्प ऑफ केमिकल्स, एंड हियर द ग्रीन प्लांट्स आर प्रिपेयरिंग देयर ओन फूड यूजिंग फोटो मींस लाइट. सो this is the simple classification of autotrophic nutrition, which is photosynthetic and chemosynthetic. Now students, in chemosynthetic we include some of the bacteria like sulfur bacteria and one of the algae, that is blue green algae, BGA जिसे आप लोग कहते हैं. Students, now we'll talk about heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition basically present in the higher organisms, because these organisms depend for their food to the other animals, other plants. So that's why this is heterotrophic nutrition. They obtain their food from the other animals. Now again, heterotrophic nutrition is divided in two parts. Number one is saprophytic and another is parasitic. So we'll just discuss little bit about saprophytic and parasitic nutrition. Students, in saprophytic nutrition, what happens? The organism obtain its food from dead and decay parts of plants as well as animals. पेड़ पौधों के और जंतुओं के सड़े हुए भागों से, मृत भागों से जो अपना पोषण प्राप्त करते हैं, that are included in saprophytic. and basically इसमें हम जिसे इंक्लूड करते हैं वो होते हैं फंगस. फंगाई के बारे में आपने, कवक जिन्हें हम लोग कहते हैं, और हिंदी में इसे कहते हैं मृतोपजीवी, जो मृत पदार्थों पर जीवित रहते हैं वो कहलाते हैं saprophyte. Let's begin to the parasitic nutrition. What happens in parasitic nutrition? In parasitic nutrition, these organisms depend to the other organism to get their food, and in this process they causes some disease to the organism. And basically the parasitic nutrition is the nutrition in which the microorganism may cause disease to the plants, animals and other organisms. Basically these are the disease causing pathogens. Okay, now we'll talk something more about nutrition. As we have seen in the chart that in autotrophic nutrition we include green plants. So in this type of nutrition, the green plants prepare their own food using sunlight and some of the inorganic raw materials like carbon dioxide and water, and prepare organic compounds. So students, we see the reaction here. Carbon dioxide is the raw material and the water, chlorophyll, that is the green pigment present in the leaves, and solar energy that comes from the sun. So green plants prepare their own food using carbon dioxide, water, solar energy and chlorophyll, and prepare their food as organic compound like carbohydrate. In this reaction, the oxygen is released in the environment, and this whole reaction, you see, this reaction comes in your examination. So this is the reaction which is known as photosynthesis reaction. Photosynthesis reaction, Prakash Sansleshan Abhikriya. So with the help of this reaction, the green plants prepare their own food using raw material like carbon dioxide and water and chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight. Okay students, now in heterotrophic nutrition, as I have conveyed in previous slide that the heterotrophic nutrition is the nutrition in which the organism depend to the others, and we classified it in two parts, that is saprophyte, parasitic nutrition. Now here one of the other classification also given, that is holozoic, which we'll discuss in the next slide. Students, saprophytic nutrition is the nutrition in which the organism depend on dead and decaying parts of plant as well as animals. So here the dead and decaying parts may be excreta, the food articles, the broken twigs and the fallen leaves, and any of the dead body of animals. So basically in this type of nutrition we include fungi. Okay students, you got my point. Let's continue. Now parasitic nutrition. So we'll study. Now it is a mode of heterotrophic nutrition in which a living organism flourishes by obtaining food from other living organism. That is the main characteristic of heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, another living organism. The living organism which obtains food and shelter. Students, you must remember this thing. The living organism which obtains food and shelter from another organism is called parasite. You must remember this word parasite. Okay? The organism which provides food and shelter to a parasite is known as host. So, student, just think, if malarial parasite enters in our body, then the malarial parasite is a parasite, okay, but we are the host. So that's why the organism which provide food and shelter to a parasite is known as host. So there are two words to be understand: parasite and host. An external plant parasite, basically here is an example of plant parasite. Okay, so Cuscuta, students, you must remember this name Cuscuta. Cuscuta is the example of प्लांट पैरासाइट, जिसे हम लोग कहते हैं अमरबेल. तो अमरबेल या कस्कुटा प्लांट्स में एक पैरासाइट है. नाउ ये जो कस्कुटा है वो क्या करता है, जो प्लांट है उसमें सकिंग करता है, हुक्स बना लेता है और प्लांट के स्टेम के अंदर सक करके और अपना न्यूट्रिशन लेता है, इसलिए ये भी एक प्रकार का पैरासाइट है. तो यहां पर इन दिस स्लाइड वी लर्न टू वर्ड्स, द पैरासाइट, ओके, एंड अनदर इज होस्ट. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, here we see some of the pictures of parasites. Now, okay, one thing I remember, there are two type of parasites. Okay, one of them ectoparasite, that is present outside the body, ectoparasite. Okay, another is endoparasite, which are present in the inner side. So there are two type of parasite, ectoparasite या exoparasite and endoparasite. So these are some of the example of parasite like roundworm, dwarf tapeworm, whipworm, pinworm, hookworm and fish tapeworm. Okay. Now students, one of the other type of heterotrophic nutrition is holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition. What is this nutrition? So it is a mode of heterotrophic nutrition in which involves intake solid pieces of food. You must remember, solid pieces of food. That is the holozoic nutrition. And since the solid food is taken in, ठोस खाद्य पदार्थों को इसमें एक्सेप्ट किया जाता है, ग्रहण किया जाता है. सो ये जो न्यूट्रिशन है इसे हम कहते हैं इंजेस्टिव न्यूट्रिशन. नाउ द फूड में कंसिस्ट ऑफ अनदर एनिमल, प्लांट और इट्स पार्ट डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सोर्स ऑफ फूड. So holozoic nutrition further divided in three categories on the basis of source of food. Now this can be understood with the help of this food chain. Okay, so these are the green plants which prepare their own food. Student, you know, these are the autotrophs. Am I right? These are the producers which prepare their own food. Now the grasshopper depends on plants. That's why here this is regarded as herbivores, means शाकाहारी. जो ग्रीन प्लांट्स को डायरेक्टली खाते हैं those who eat directly green plants, that is herbivores. And those animals who eat herbivores, they are regarded as carnivorous. क्या कहेंगे? Carnivorous means मांसाहारी. And another is the omnivorous, means they eat both plants as well as animal. That's why they are regarded as omnivorous. Let's explain these herbivores, carnivores and omnivores in the next slide. Students, herbivorous is made up with two words, that is the herba and warrior. So herba means plant and warrior to eat. So the organism which feed on plants or plant parts are known as herbivores, shakahari, or in this we include buffalo, deer, goat, rabbit, squirrel, elephant, etc., which are regarded as herbivores, that are directly dependent to the plants. Now the carnivore, they are animals which feed on other animals, known as carnivores, in which we include lion, tiger, leopard, snake, hawk, etc. And students, they are also known as the carnivore, also known as predators. इन्हें हम शिकारी भी कहते हैं, because they hunt, वे शिकार करते हैं, अपने शिकार को मारते हैं और फिर उन्हें खा लेते हैं. That is the carnivores. Now students, the omnivores which eat all the things, green plants as well as carnivores animals. So they eat both plants as well as animals. That's why omnivore. And you know, some of the pictures are here who show the omnivores animals. So students, आज के इस वीडियो में इतना ही. In next video we'll discuss about detail of single celled animal like amoeba, and in amoeba we study about the heterotrophic nutrition, and we'll also study about the human beings digestive system in the part of nutrition. Till then, thank you.